What's up, everyone? I'm Coach Oyama, and I have a passion to help you improve. I specialize in macro, and hopefully, I can give you something to improve on today. So here's my resume. Yeah, my what do they call that? Resume? Yeah, something or another. And here's my Discord. I do all my coaching for free. All you got to do is DM me. So today we have leaking DMs, leaking more DMs. Okay, today we have a GM1-Bap-Rialto-En9YMP. Don't worry, I don't care if those DMs got leaked. But you get to see normie conversation. Okay, so, oh, fuck, it's hot in my room. I turned on the heater. GM1-Bap-Rialto. Let's go over and look at some of the macro here. Starting from the beginning, team composition. I like this team composition. Maybe not the Sigma, but we got Sigma, Hanzo, Tracer, Baptiste, Zenyatta. Looking at the enemies, I got Ball, Soldier, Mei, Ana, Mercy. So it's very important to look at the enemy team composition to define how you play, first of all, because you get to know your threats and you get to know whether or not you need to actually be healing or not. And hint, hint, whether or not you actually need to be healing or not, you don't actually need to be healing right now because they only have a Soldier 76 and Mei as their spam DPS. But if you're looking at this ball and tracking where the ball is going, then you can get a lot of value by shooting the ball. Where's the ball? I found him. Yeah, so needless to say, you can also always be shooting the enemy DPS. I feel like this is going to be a recurring theme where it's, okay, never mind, you are shooting. Okay. Ability usage, watch out for that shift there. That was a unnecessary shift. And then, yeah, you could have used your shift to save your Zen there. I don't know what that guy was doing. Yeah, assessing your threats. That high ground is actually a bait. I'm going to say it. Once the enemies push, if we're talking about map control, once the enemies push the cart to around right here, this high ground is a bait because you get flanked and you get absolutely pinched. So playing over here and letting them have the high ground and then retaking it with your DPS actually will provide you much more value rather than just simply holding the high ground. Even though I want you on the high ground at the very beginning like that, remember to play adaptively and look for those nuanced angles. Okay, so you're positioning into this fight. Oh my god. Why are you up here? This is GM1. Why are you up here with your Sigma? You should be back here with your Zen because when you're up here, you leave your Zen out to dry if he's back here positioning correctly, and you put your Zen and yourself in a threatening position where you're gonna have to flex your attention. Yeah. See how much you use both your abilities just to live because you're in the fluff of the battle rather than being out on the side. If you're out on the side, you can see more, you can heal more, and even if their soldiers start shooting you, you can jump up here, you can jump up here, you can go to the side, and you can ask your Zen for healing and just have the Zen orb you rather than using both of your cooldowns. And then you're not able to help your Sigma because you're too busy helping yourself. Let's rewatch this team fight real quick. Wrong one. Yeah, speed up. So everything comes out. You're not even able to look at your Sigma because your attention is focused on yourself. It's more positioning thing, but also awareness. You could still, if you were really on it, then you can still assist your Sigma while being in that like desperate situation. You're going into this fight. I feel like your positioning is very conservative, very like protective versus where you can be peeking more angles, taking more engages. Okay. I feel like your Zen didn't need that because you still have lamp, but comp is a wild place where you have to fend for yourself sometimes. Okay, now they're on monkey, so this should be even more of a red flag for you. Okay, this window's okay. I would say wait for the enemies to get a bit more across the bridge because this is infamously the worst rotation ever for Brawl, and their monkey is going to have to brawl you guys. You can't dive you on this map, especially not with this team comp. Okay, so one thing that I want you to be thinking about is a high level macro of how you should be playing against the enemy team comp, because if you're spamming them out and they're trying to brawl into you, if you draw that monkey's bubble by shooting him, or when he does use his bubble, shoot the bubble dead, they're not going to get any value from their tank player, and that's like you're 1 out of 5 pieces that will help control that. but if one of the 5 pieces isn't working together and the enemy team 5 pieces are working together more than your team, you know, teamwork, it's just simple. Like, they have more teamwork than you guys are going to lose the macro objective, and or like the macro gameplay. So like right here, just simply like shooting at the enemies and just spamming out damage, like barfing out damage, just vomiting damage into the enemies. It's going to provide you a lot of value, a lot more value at least. I feel like that monkey coming down for the top, from the top ropes. That's funny. Yeah, shooting this bubble. Like, even if the monkey, like, uses his bubble in a really bad place, I would rather see you just shooting the bubble, like, because you don't even have to aim for the bubble. You can kind of just heal your team and just shoot the bubble and still provide a lot of value. Okay, nice try on the lamp. That was a decent lamp. Then you're... Oh, okay, I scrolled forward into cleanup phase when it was actually just a continued mid-fight and you guys slaughtered them. Okay, cool. Let's go forward to this next team fight. Start talking about ult tracking, because you know that they have ults here. But how does your positioning and how does your decision making start changing with their ults? You know that their monkey has ults, so you should probably start positioning backwards. Okay, really small thing, but it shouldn't be happening in GM1. Shift when you're below 100 health, and it'll give you the burst of, I don't know how much health, 100 health? But, okay. Yeah, I feel like you could have survived just a little bit longer, and then maybe not have your Zen trank you if you just had Harmony Orb. And then this window is, oh, this is sussy. This is a sussy window. Yeah. I think you did this out of, not necessity, but panic. So, let's watch out on panic windowing. Okay. That team fight, yeah, small things could have made it a bit better. I would also say at the very beginning of this team fight here, when you know that the monkey has bubble, when you see him here, start shooting him and pressuring him. Or, yeah, when he has bubble, when they have Nano Monkey and Primal, start pressuring him before he ever goes in, so you force him to either go in on a bad timing for him, or, like, because if he's at half health and he's like, screw it, I have to go in, that's much better than just letting him set up himself. Okay, and then he overextends. Yeah, keep shooting the monkey, this is really good. Yep. I'm trying to figure out, okay, you use the window to try to kill the monkey, but I feel like you're slightly tunnel visioning on that monkey rather than thinking about the rest of the team fight there. But let's go into this fight here, which, now looking at the team comps again, there's no threats to you at all other than the Pharah. The soldier should never really be a threat to you, and maybe the monkey. So when we're talking about uptime, keeping your uptime, oh god, I think I drank soap because I poorly washed my water bottle. I just burped and tasted soap. But needless to say, if you can be marking the Pharah or the monkey this entire time and just getting your left click, right click, left click, because GM players will know how to play around walls when they're low. It's not like lower ranks, thankfully, but you can get a lot more value just out of not focusing as much on healing, and your healing capacity will still stay the same. That's the thing. You'll still get the same amount of healing, or same value out of healing your team. It's just that you're also getting value out of shooting them. So yeah, exactly like that, how you're shooting the bubble, except that all parts of the team fight. Into this third fight here. Okay. Very nice window. Kind of just shooting the monkey. Happening. Okay, very cool. I would say actually, I don't know if that window is worth it. Because on one hand it did force the monkey. It's really small things. But on the other hand, if you save the window because you know they all have ultimates after and you only commit one ultimate and just discord the monkey. Yeah, that window is not worth it. I would have lamped it first because not knowing you have Trank, the window was good. Knowing that your Zen is going to Trank that, because it's a nanoed monkey, he's going to shred the lamp anyways. That window was bad because you could have saved that window for later. Yeah, I would say just lamp that, and that's all part of pre-fight planning and ult tracking. So that's where the hard thinking comes in. You guys clean up and win the team fight there. Very nice. Go into the next round. Let's see, how are you playing this macro? Go back to when the gate's open. I think you don't know that they have a ball necessarily, but you immediately see that they have an Ashe up top. The Ashe is not being pocketed by the Mercy. You can mark her, not contest the mark. The difference is that you don't commit to the engage. You just like try to shoot her down to 150 health, and when she's at 150, she'll be less aggressive, and it'll be an investment. Okay. One thing, I want you on high ground, because even if you're on high ground, you can still contest the Ashe a little, and then drop down back to your second healer. It's kind of scuffed because your second healer can spawn, but you'd be providing a lot more value on high ground because it'll give you more uptime to shoot the enemies rather than just heal. If you're just healing right now, I'd much rather see you on Jiri or Ana. If that was just like your objective, you feel like your style is more of just healing the enemies. Because this isn't like a script. This isn't where you have to like conform to the team composition and only play what like the team leader or the coach says they want you playing. Yeah, your Zenyatta is out there on cart, out there hanging out. Yeah, the only thing that I would say about this gameplay here is I feel like your awareness could maybe be a tiny bit better, but that's not the important thing. It would just be shooting the ball player. Because like right now, shoot the ball player. If you've ever seen Dante play support, when back in, I think it was Overwatch 1, when he hit like 4 point something. I think it was like, he was hitting 4.4 on all rolls. If you watch his gameplay, it's really, really good gameplay to watch, because it shows how much value you can get out of just marking the ball and just shooting the ball. Like at every second that you have right now, if you're able to shoot this ball player or tank players are worth like 2 times a person now. So even if you're not killing him, you'll get him down to like 3/4 health, maybe 4/5 health probably, while he's like rolling around and like doing ball shenanigans. But that's the difference between the ball engaging and dying versus the ball engaging and getting out with 1 health. So, and it's not just the ball, it's the monkey too, applying pressure onto the enemy tank. Yeah, I'm just talking in circles now. Let's go forward and watch your abilities here. Or I'm trying to, okay, yeah, you're marking the ball. Very nice. Especially if he gets Discord on him, then that, yeah. See? This ball is feeding now because you're shooting him. To be fair, he was feeding in the first place, but, oh my. And the Ashe flank too? God. Oh, yeah, that sucks for your team. That was nothing that you could do. that was literally nothing that you could do to really save your teammates. I would say maybe position a little bit better so then you're in a place to be able to support them if they do get headshot. But you're in a pretty good position in the first place, so. I do want you taking high ground, even if there's no one supporting you here. If you can get your Zenyatta onto the high ground, that'd be way better. Just like walking into the staircase and taking that downtime just to be able to get a better position. I want to see how you use this window here. And you have to change your playstyle when you do have window. Well, I don't know why you shifted that, because now, like I was saying earlier, you have to change your, because if you had your shift here and then you can push through and then get to this next corner and window the enemies. Not needed. That window is not needed. Yeah, because why I say that is because you're so far behind and that ball's going to get forced out anyways because he's super pushed past the choke in the middle of your team. So if you were to just sit there and shoot that ball, you can just wait for the ball to do his thing. And then now you'd have window here when you really do need the window. Again, let's talk about more uptime. I like how you're shooting here, but get some healing pellets in. Top off your teammates while you're shooting. And also, you're playing very in the open. I would watch out. I feel like you're still in control, which is good. You're still in the driver's seat, so your positioning is fine. Trying to rotate into the room. This is all fine. Good lamp on your Zen. Yeah, all is good. I would say just this team fight, the tempo, heal, shoot tempo. And then going into this team fight, whenever you're in a position like this where nothing's happening, I can tell you're focused on your mechanics. You should be thinking what ults do they have and what ults do we have to be able to counter them, and try to communicate to your team what your overarching plan is, because you'll get so much more value with teamwork on your window. Oh my god, why did we use this window? Okay, so windowing is, when we're windowing is definitely one of the things I'm going to be talking about to help you out. Because if you waited and then use your window now when their ball has to contest and after he uses his pile drive and mines, you get a burst onto the ball, and that's essentially like most of his shields if you 3 burst him with the window. And then on top of that, you got your Chaser marking him, the Discord Orb, and then Hanzo, and then he's down to like no shields, maybe like near half health if you windowed him during his pile drive. Oh, what is that? Okay. I feel like you're just throwing out abilities because we're near the final point. So, I mean, not like the worst habit to have, but it's definitely not efficient at all. So, let's go over like the different things that you could be doing here. So one, let's talk about window usage. The best time to window is when the enemies are at a chokehold and they just set up, and when you window the chokehold, they have to fall back to the next chokehold. So think about the choke and think about the timing. So you want to do it in mid-fight and not in pre-fight. Let the enemies engage first. Let them use their utilities and then punish them for it. 2, let's think about the healing tempo. One small thing, but it really needs to be in. Shoot, shoot, heal. Shoot, shoot, heal. Left, left, right. It'll be more like this. Left, left, right. Or, yeah, shoot, shoot, heal, shoot. And then you can like left, right, left. Just yeah, I don't know why I have such a hard time memorizing it. I feel like if you'll feel it. It's so much better if I just tell you to like get the tempo down and feel it, because I'm not a Baptiste player, but like, you know, when you feel the tempo, you feel it, and you'll feel the uptime way more, and then focus more on shooting. Shoot. And then 3, let's use your abilities more to their potential. So position around when you know what your threats are. Use your abilities, because when that monkey dives you, when that ball dives you, wait till you're below half health, especially since you're positioning not in aggressive spots. There's no risk of enemy DPS shooting you, and that Winston and Ball goes really out of their way to try to punish you. So if you go below 100 health and then use your shift, and then go even farther back and kite, and then use your lamp, you'll get way more value, because that Ball or Winston or whatever threat is on you is going to have to overextend really, really far to get those abilities out of you, rather than just a little bit as far. And I mean, it's the same for you to use those abilities, but for them, it's like way, 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 way less uptime, because they have to reset even harder, and they go offline for even farther, even longer. So yeah, those are the things. I'll put them in notes and send them to you. Good luck in your next games. Bye bye.